Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded something, but I figured let me upload this video because it's more of a review for a movie I watched. It's called Peppermint. I know y'all seen the trailer for it or not. I just want to give you a little insight to what the movie is about, kind of. It's about a mother who basically gets revenge on a cartel that killed her husband and her daughter. The reason why the movie is called Peppermint is because the daughter's last demanding request was to get ice cream, and the ice cream flavor she got was peppermint, and that always stuck with her. The movie gives so much of a Taken type of vibe. I feel like it gives me Taken vibe 1, 2, and 3. More like she was very revengeful to get justice for her family. That the justice system failed her, the judge failed her, the cops them failed her. It was a lot of mix and turns. I think I am, in my honest opinion, thought the movie was okay. Could have been better, probably. I think the reason why some people thought the movie was horrible is because it lacked. There was a lot of kind of like dead spot ends where it's like, okay, you're expecting something dramatic to happen here, but it didn't, and it just cut the scene and go to a next scene. It was a lot of cut scenes and go to the next scene type of thing. It would just end the conversation and then flip over to another scene, and then it cut that scene and go back to the main screen, and it's like, why didn't they like finish that scene first and then get to the next one? But that's how they decided to do the movie. Like, and the cop that was so forward, wanting to get justice, and then wind up being one of the bad guys who eventually dies at the end by his own cartel people that he was helping stay out of jail. It was like she wound up killing almost everyone in that. Actually, no, she killed everyone in that in that whole group. She killed the people in the car that shot at her husband and daughter. She killed the people them who was protecting the big boss. She killed the judge that was on trial for the case, and she just killed a bunch of men that the boss had around his house and inside his house and all that. She basically killed all those people. And then when in the final kind of scene where it's like the climax where they're at a standoff where she was in a hiding spot and she needs to come out to save this young girl's life, is where it's like, okay, now she's surrounded by him, his whole group, the one dirty cop, and oh yeah, I forgot there was another woman that was partners with the dirty cop who was trying to dig in deep with the what was happening. So I thought it was kind of like they could have used her a little bit more, meaning where he had shot her, I think he shot her a good amount of time, so there's no reason for her to be alive. But I wish he didn't shoot her as much. I wish there would have been somewhere where she got shot maybe one time and it wasn't fatal. So when the leading lady took her phone, I wanted it to be where she was still alive there and got help. She could testify against all that was happening. She could see that the woman there that they're trying to get in custody isn't really a bad person, but you've done a lot of bad things. You've done a lot of crappy things where people had to die, you know, even though they were bad people. So, but in the end, she wind up almost dying at her husband and daughter's gravesite, where she basically passed out, and because the cop kind of knew where she was heading, she was over there, and they're basically having this little standoff type of thing. And basically she died, and he called the MS and whatever. They got her to the hospital, and then of course the final scene is where she's waking up in the hospital, where her room is being guarded with this cop, and she's just there in handcuffed to the bed. And now the second cop who was on the case, because the first cop died, and now the good guy, you know, he walks in and he tells her, oh, he wished things would have ended differently. He wished everything could have been handled the right way many years ago. And he basically slid her the key to the handcuffs. Now we already know what's going to happen. She's going to escape, and she's going to go off the grid again, and she's not going to face any time for any of the crimes she did. And that's how the movie ends. What I wish would have probably happened was maybe the father or the husband being paralyzed, and the mother winds up dying in the end, and then the daughter comes to grow up and get revenge for her father and her mother's death. That would have been a crazy Peppermint 2 daughter's revenge type of thing. That would have been really nice to see who they would have cast. Maybe a lot of people didn't like the movie because of who was cast, and it was a lot of fresh kind of new faces. Like we have a tendency to look at movies like we know our bad guys and we know our good guys, and we know the people who might wind up dead or whatever role, you know. Because the casting list was so not so familiar faces, I'm not really too sure about a lot of them, except for the main one, which was Jennifer Garner, you know. Other than that, I didn't recognize any of the newer or kind of older faces. Like, it was very blasé. Like, when I see Taken 1 or when I see other movies with similar actors, like, okay, I know this is going to be a crazy action-packed movie, because the part that they get, they always the one getting the job done and doing what needs to be done, X, Y, and Z, you know. And that was basically my review for the movie, you know. If you watch it, watch it. I don't think the movie is that bad, but I don't think the movie is good. It's okay. It's a good movie to watch on Netflix once you get there, or on TV. But I could definitely see this movie on FX or Stars or maybe HBO, you know, because it fares off into those realms. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.